This is what people are talking about today. There is a podcast, there's a show called Red Table Talk, which a lot of people watch and take part in. It's a Facebook Live show. Jada Pinkett Smith, her daughter Willow, do the show along with her mom, Adrienne Banfield Norris. And yesterday, they all took a vaginal steam, which I had heard is not good for you and not necessary, certainly. But the ladies really seemed to enjoy it when they did it. And I would feel awkward as a mother or a father.
You think?
Having a vaginal steam, especially with Willow.
With your grandmother in the room?
Well, yeah, exactly. How old is Willow? It's one thing for mom and like Jada Pinkett, like those two to do it. But when you add Willow into the mix, she's so young. She doesn't need a vaginal. I don't believe she needs a vaginal.
Late teens, early 20s?
You don't believe it.
I don't. I don't think she needs a vaginal.
That's
steam.
creepy.
I don't. I think the older you get, the more you might need it. I don't think you need it, period, as you have said. I do. I think maybe as you age a little, you might want to try this.
She's 20.
20.
The kid's 20.
Yeah, you shouldn't need it. Rejuvenate, when you're 50, but not when you're 20.
Well, it's not a rejuvenation, though, right?
I don't know why you do it.
I mean, that's a whole different thing.
What's it for?
I don't know. I don't know what the process is for.
Is it Gwyneth Paltrow that started it? Didn't she say?
Years ago, she was her website, that Goop thing sort of touted it, and doctors came out then and said, you don't need to do this.
That's right. By the way, I read something about her. This is Gwyneth Paltrow and her daughter. Is that, remember right? Is her daughter Apple? Is that who that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Apple is 17 and just turned 17. And those two have a tradition that Apple gets a new piercing on her birthday every year, and Gwyneth takes her to get it. So she's up to 17 piercings now. And you get
every
one.
year?
Every year, yeah. I just read that about her.
They started at year one?
Mm-hmm. She started at year one. She got her ears pierced on her first birthday. And then every year after that, she gave her a new piercing. But where would you get a piercing on a child at age 2? Maybe a second ear pierce?
Maybe.
Is that what you
They can't mean
what it says.
Every single year she's got her something pierced. I mean,
that's what it says.
How many times? I mean, at 5, you'd have to have all 5 it'd be lined up on your ear.
I know. We didn't get my daughter's ears pierced. She's one. We did. A lot of people do when they're real young, so they don't even remember it. And we didn't do that. And now my daughter is getting her ears pierced for her 13th birthday in a couple of months. She's been wanting it.
Is she over the moon?
Oh, yeah. She's been wanting it for a long time. But we're conservative.
Yes.
And we don't do those things.
Yes.
We don't look.
That's for whores.
Listen.
and easy girls and tramps.
Ears pierced?
In my home?
Not on my watch.
I don't look askance at anyone who has their ears pierced very early in life.
You don't look askance if you were to go to, let's say, a friend's child's baptism and the little girl is got her ears pierced already, or the son.
Yeah, I don't.
That's an askance look. You're on camera. You're literally looking askance.
Yeah.
I don't look askance at that.
That's your judgy face.
Big time.
Look, it's your life. It's your children. You go get their whatever they want pierced.
Are you worried that because you started this later on that she'll become more obsessed with piercings now? And that later it's almost like first year of college.
Yeah.
She comes back with a stud in her nose.
Oh. Possible, yeah. I guess.
Well, because to me, the stud in the nose is 18 at college or mid-30s divorce. There's no in between. You don't get it done at 28. You don't get it done at 29.
Right.
You get it done at 18 in your first year of college or when you're, quote, I did a thing because you got a divorce.
It's like a declaration or a reclamation.
Yes.
Well, my daughter, certainly her personality could change, but at this age, so far, I don't see that in her. She's so conservative, so prim, that kind of thing. She doesn't even like...
the ones you got to watch.
Well, I know, that's what they say. That's what they say. So, we'll wait and see. I don't look askance at things like that. Last night, I was watching the news.
The news?
Entertainment Tonight. All right, and this is how I am. I'm such a horrible person. They had a story
that made the news.
Yeah, they were doing that.
Local man, awful.
This girl was on there. She was on The Voice, whatever Simon Cowell's on. She's on it.
I don't know the show.
It's The Voice, I'm pretty sure. They showed footage of it. And this girl had last summer was diagnosed with cancer and had a 2% chance of survival of surviving a year. And this happened last year, almost a year ago. Against all odds, she beat the cancer. And last night, or 2 nights ago, she's on The Voice with Simon Cowell and the lady from, I always forget her name. She's from Modern Family is on it. Sofia Vergara was on there.
Oh.
They're the judges. And so this...
I thought The Voice was the spinning chairs. Is this America's
Got Talent? Is that what they're on?
No.
America's Got Talent? Whatever she was on.
Okay.
She came out, she sang a song that she had written about her journey from nearly dying to recovery from cancer. Simon Cowell was crying. And you know he's tough. You know what a tough judge he is. And he sent her straight on through to the finals or whatever. He hit the button and the glitter came down, all the confetti came down, and he hugged her and Sofia Vergara. Everybody was crying, and it was unbelievable. And they interviewed the girl, and I think she's 20, and she had a big nose ring, like a big hoop in her nose.
Like out of one nostril or joining at the bottom?
Joining at the bottom.
Okay.
And a hoop.
Like the bull ring.
Yes. And all I could think was, honey, take that hoop out of your nose. And here she has survived this thing. It was an incredible story.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was saying and they got back, and like the host was in tears. Like, it's so amazing. Mm-hmm. And all I see is trash.
Judgy.
Askance.
I don't want to look askance.
Too late.
I don't look askance at people. That's just not my. I'm not.
No.
I'm not going to judge.
You're a live and let live guy. Always have been.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You do you.
Exactly.
That should be your motto. If you ever got a tattoo, which you would never do,
no,
it would say you do you.
You do you. But I thought to myself, if you just remove that nose ring, this would be a perfect story. It's survival and everything, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful story. Anonymous, you're talking about piercings. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm the same way you are about the piercing stuff. And my loving little girl that I sent on mission trips overseas now has her nose pierced and her tongue pierced.
Oh,
and she's in her early 20s.
Oh, and have you talked to her about this?
Yeah, when it first happened, I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. I think you have to back off and wait for her to make the decision to take those out. Don't you think?
Well, I mean, I have no say in what she does. She's old enough to live in her own place and do her own stuff. So
yeah, that's just the way it is. That's right. You just have to grin and bear it. That's how it is.
It may be, as Chris Kelly sort of alluded to there, a fashion thing. It might go out of of style.
I think it is. I hope so. Thank you, Anonymous.
And skin heals.
Appreciate it.
That's right. Depending on where the holes are.
Yeah.
Take it out. Nobody will ever notice in the tongue, Although I didn't know what the tongue piercing was for until somebody told me on this air. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up.
Listening. You know he's listening.
I know he's listening. I don't want to bring that up.
No.
It was
But we know.
You know what it was for. And
All
it's
right. Just make the motion with your mouth to the camera.
Yeah.
There you go. I know you had to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
I know you couldn't sit on it.
I know. I'm just reading more about Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes.
She and her daughter, Apple just turned 17. Gwyneth and Apple both get a piercing on her birthday on Apple's birthday every year. So Gwyneth now has 17 new piercings. But I don't see her that much, but like her face is not all,
not that I know of.
It's not all messed up. Right? Oh, you think it's
Oops, messed up.
I'm sorry. You think it's vaginal.
It's all downstairs?
That's what
At this point, where else
17?
That's
That's impossible.
I better labia jingles.
I mean, what can you do? I mean, it's...
Well, you can go ears a few times.
I guess.
Nose,
navel.
Nipple, navel, nose.
Lady parts.
That's right. And I think that's probably where she's gone with those. So if you got like 4 or 5.
But you can't do that to an 18 or a 15-year-old.
No, I don't know how Apple did it. That's right. I was going to say something about multiple piercings. You were
Not?
No, it's about Pulp Fiction. The movie Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah. One of your favorite little kind of a throwaway line,
it is.
But it's a great line.
John Travolta visits Eric Stoltz to get drugs.
The first time.
And the first time around.
Just to buy.
And there's a girl out there in the living room, a couple of girls out there, and so Eric Stoltz privately tells John Travolta, do something with this girl out here, and Travolta's like, is she the one with all the crap in her face? Because she had a bunch of piercings, and Travolta's like, she want all the crap in her face, and Stoltz goes, no, that's my wife.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
That is a great line. I do love that. He's just bought heroin from him. He's like, pay the girl out front, the one with all the crap in her face. That's my wife.
It's my wife. Oh.
And he doesn't say crap.
No, he did not say crap. This is the Red Table Talk. Now we're back.
Let's hear this.
We're off.
Let's hear the steam.
Off of piercings, back to vaginal steams. And this is Jada Pinkett Smith, her daughter Willow, and her mother, Adrienne Banfield Norris.
This is to help with physical, spiritual, and emotional cleansing.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, let's whoop. What sensation are you guys getting sitting here? Like
Definitely a lot of warmth.
Yeah. This is real queen throne action right here. This is what I love. This is lovely. They say there's lots of health benefits, but for me, I just feel like spending time with your in a way that like just show it appreciation and care.
And to connect.
Yes. Connect with your in a way.
Come on, ladies. When's the last time you and your connected?
They say on, now I don't think guys do this, but they say on Sex and the City that women like to really look at that to make sure, like close up, to make sure it's right at all times. You know what I mean?
I don't.
There's an episode of Sex and the City where they talk about taking like a handheld mirror and going and really giving an inspection to everything you've got.
I think that makes a lot of women uncomfortable. I don't think that women, as you say, like it.
You might be right. That's what they said on the show. They were like, well, one of the ladies on the show had not done it. And the other's like, oh, I check mine all the time. You know,
well, we know which one.
You got to take a look.
Honey, I'd put it in Times Square if I could.
That's Sex in the City.
Yeah.
She's, well, you know, the reboot's coming, and they just said, Mr. Biggs joined the cast, and so has Miranda's husband, Steve.
Okay.
He's back. I just saw it.
Steve is back.
Steve's back.
Money talks.
They're all back in. A lot of the classic characters are returning, and they've announced on HBO Max this will be 10 episodes, and they've announced that Charlotte's husband, Harry Goldenblatt, will be back as well. So
wow.
Steve Brady will be back.
Do we know if they are all still married?
We don't know that.
Well, that'll be part of it, I'm sure.
So the actors are back.
The actors have all agreed. Carrie's best friend, Stanford Blatch, is back. For you know who he is?
Yeah.
He's gay on the show. And Charlotte's friend, Anthony Marantino, who joined in season 3, is back. He's a wedding planner that helped plan Charlotte's first one. Why am I talking about Sex and the City? What am I doing talking about sex? The point is, a lot of the actors, the sort of underscore actors or the B-level actors, are back in these side roles.
But I think that's important to have.
I agree. When I heard Mr. Big wasn't going to be in it because of scheduling, I was up in arms.
He was.
You should have seen him.
He was steaming, not like a dumpling or a vagina, but still, you get the picture.
You get it.
I looked askance at the whole process.